Welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. So let's see here. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice, and do your own research. And please like and subscribe. It makes Grandpa happy, and that's the truth. Oh, let's see here. What do we got going? Well, let's go over the highs of yesterday quick and what happened then. A high of 267.95 on Tuesday. I'm sorry, 267. Well, I can't read my own writing. It's either 85 or 95. Low of 261.20, and it closed at 266.50 on Tuesday. So today so far we have a high of we had a high pre-market of 267.15. Then we got us a bear flag, and it went down some, and now it is back up, and our new high is 267.40 pre-market currently. The current price is about 267.31 approximately, somewhere in there. So, rate hike. Fed Powell, well, first off, they're going to give us the decision on the rate hike at 2 p.m., so we'll know whether or not they raised it. But I researched a little bit last night and found out that 99% people think that there will be no rate hike. It's going to be a pause or put off or something like that. So that's good news, no rate hike. However, it's baked in probably to what we're looking at now. So if everybody knows there's going to be no rate hike, they would probably tend to take it up. It would be much more magnanimous for us if it was a surprise that there was no rate hike, instead of everybody knowing that there's not going to be a rate hike. So that's the pre-market news on that. But at 2 o'clock we're going to get the number and find out there was no rate hike, unless that 1% wins out, and then we're really in for a shock. But anyway, so we're down to what Powell has to say, and the only one that knows what Powell's going to say at 2:30 are the market makers. They know exactly what he's going to say. Anyway, I better not go there. So somebody knows what Powell's going to say besides Powell, in my humble opinion. Oh, man, let's see. So, is Powell going to talk about the concern that Grandpa has with this is that he's going to want to keep rates at the high rate that they're at currently for longer. And, and if he isn't clear about what he's going to do, the market does not like indecision, if anything. They just don't like indecision. And so that would be if he's not concise, Grandpa's not very concise. If he starts acting like Grandpa, you got trouble. I wish I could communicate better what I see and what I understand so clearly. I'm gonna try here a little bit. I haven't got any new news on the auto strike thing, and I hope they end that quickly. It's not good for our country, and that's just the way it is. If Paul comes out bearish, we're gonna see our 260 in a hurry probably. And they'll do the same fake out thing and whatever, one way or the other, when he's talking back and forth. And I think it's going to be a fun day. I truthfully, I just enjoy this more than anybody should. And I can't tell you how much I admire some of these other characters. They put a lot of work into their videos and their live streams, and I like watching them. The grandkids complain a little bit once in a while that Grandpa's watching Tesla too much, but I do Underdog from time to time, and we do Leo the truck, and we do the Jesus Love Me deal, and we Grandpa does other stuff besides just Tesla, but not too much other stuff, just a little bit other stuff. Matter of fact, I got grandkids are coming. Grandma said the grandkids are coming over at about 10 o'clock today, so it should be a wild day for Grandpa again. Oh, man. But Grandma was going to be here, so she'll help Grandpa. That's the news on the grandkids. I got 4 of them coming. And I'll have fun. Nobody should have as much fun as Grandpa. Okay, I want to talk about something quickly here, like Grandpa could do anything quickly. Monday morning, when this is really, really important, I gotta get this clear so that you understand how this actually works. First off, when a market maker buys away from the price point or sells away from the price point, they actually have committed to that position. They own that position. At the point that Grandpa sees the blinking, it is theirs. Okay? And the only way that they can get it to fill or I'm searching for the word, match up. They have to match it up, is they have to go there. Let's do an example. The example we would have is the 276. They had a fair amount of short positions up at 276 on Monday. And on Monday, pre-market, from 7 to 7:05 in a 5-minute candle, they went up there and they got them. And they went to 276.15. They went through enough to get them all. All of the 276 shorts that they had, which were substantial. They weren't big substantial, but they were medium substantial amount. Maybe $1 billion worth or something like that, okay? So they went up there, and when I say they got them, they went through, and now those shorts that they had there are able to be matched up with other orders. And I'll tell you what, they're not other orders from other exchanges. They are orders from retail. People that gave up their stop losses, didn't expect it to go that high. They have a stop loss up there. People that panicked. They're taking the retail. They make their money. The market makers make their money from the retail. They don't make it from the other exchanges. Sure, they can beat up a little exchange, just like they beat up retail. And that's why OTC came into existence. The 10,000 plus little exchanges that were just getting clobbered continually. They know all about candles. They know all about trend lines. They knew everything. And the big guys were just massively killing them. And so they went together and they formed OTC. And now they are one of the big guys. But they're one of the big guys that's the little guys. And so Grandpa likes to look at OTC when I'm watching my blinking. I always hope the best for them OTC guys, because they're actually the little exchanges that have grouped together. I got off subject again, didn't I? So, all right. All right, so I'm trying to make this clear, and then I go off subject. And Grandpa can't really stay on a subject. All right, so the market makers, when they went up and they had already committed, they'd already done those 276s. They were theirs. If they never got to that spot, eventually they'd have to eat it as a loss. Okay, they were going to go there, just like they're going to go to 277, 278, 279, and 280. It's a positive. The 280's got so much stuff that they want to get there worse than you do. Okay, but they have to line it up with enough retail to make it worth their while to get up there. And they will. They absolutely will, just like they're going to go to 225, because they already own 225. They own 222 now, and they're going to go there because it's of substance. They literally bought those shares over a month ago, and they got time. They have money. This is a big game, and they have patience. Market makers got patience. They want to make money, and they do. So let's get back to this 276. Okay, they went to 276.15 pre-market. They got in. Now they have to match those orders up. They have 3 days. They're supposed to do it in 2 days, okay? But they commonly allow in 3 days, no problem, to match them up. So any place that it goes within that 3-day period, they can match them up with those two. And they can literally, I believe, get a waiver and go even further if they have to on some of it. But predominantly, they're going to match that stuff up in 3 days from Monday. So they have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. By Thursday of this week, whatever crazy numbers come, they can take and pick them and match them up so they turn out the best. Okay? Now at this point, they have those shorts. Okay? They bought them before, but they couldn't utilize them until they matched them up. Now that they're matched up, now they have a short position. And what did they do? once they had their short position. The price went down to 261.20 on Tuesday. $15. But they didn't exchange them for the longs that they had at 261.50. They exchange them. They're not trying to trade between their exchanges. They don't need us then. Their game is to take the retail money. And so they had this medium substantial amount. They come down and they filled their positions, their shorts on the way down, and they took it all the way to, 261.20, yesterday. And then at that point in time, them shorts are gone. They've got rid of them. Okay, they matched them up with retail money that either panicked or was just happy to get out of Dodge or lost their stop losses. Okay? And they knew where they were. They knew there were stop losses there, just enough to cover them all. Now, at the same time, while they were down there, they had bought a ton of longs at 261.50. And so now, that's what we're dealing with right now. And the question is, what are the market makers going to be happy to make and take from the retailers? Right now, they're working with a medium substance of 261.50s going along. They got them. It hit their number. They have 3 days to match them up with a retail or whoever to get them all covered. Okay, and so that's the question. How high are they going to go this time? They went down $15. Are they going to go up 15? That would give us 275, 276 area, 276. That's what it would give us at that point. If they go back up the same amount they went down, you're going to be back at 276. And I just don't know. I'll tell you what I do know. What Grandpa knows is that they have shorted so many billions at 280 that I can't add that high. Grandpa's not good with math anyway. And I do know that we have nothing at all of substance above 280. And that's why I keep saying I don't think they're going to hit 280 anytime soon. But if they did, they could bounce off it many times before it goes through there. And go back down and back and forth. And, so, and then they have 279. It's massive in the billions. It's not as much as 280, but it's a lot. It's huge substance. And the market makers are going to go there. The nice thing about what Grandpa does is you know where they're going to go. You just got to figure out when. But if you get out of sync with your long position, there's no reason to give it away. Don't give your shares away. Don't take a loss. Never, ever take a loss in Grandpa's humble opinion. Uh, uh, because they'll surprise you, and they'll go where you don't expect because they have to go there. You know they got to go to 279 eventually. You know they got to go to 280. They're going to go to 283. They're going to go to the 300s. They've been building a little bit pre-market and aftermarket almost every single day for weeks. And when I say a little bit of a time, I mean $50,000, $100,000 worth a day. They do a little blinking up there. One blink is 100 shares. That's real money. And they're doing multiple blinks. So they're slowly building up way up above, getting there. By the time, the only one that's going to know that they're up there with a billion shares waiting for you is probably going to be Grandpa, because Grandpa's sees stuff with the blinking. But anyway, I'm getting off track. Okay, so we got 278, and we got some 277s. They blew 276 out of the water, and they haven't bought nothing back in the area. Excuse me. So on the short side, up above, 277 area, 276.50 and up is where we have anything. And the only real super substance we have is that 279, 280 on the top side. On the bottom side, on yesterday, Wednesday, what day is it anyway? Anybody know? Tuesday yesterday. So on Tuesday, they bought just all day long like crazy, mostly times two. That's 200 shares per blink, 30, 40 times a minute, all day long, the whole day. And so we have medium substance at 260. But the market makers already have their longs that they've gone down, and now they want to get them all matched up and make their profit on their longs that they got at 260, 150 that they bought times 12 like crazy the other day. I'm trying to paint a picture here for you that you get so you see what Grandpa sees. And this video is really long, but I think it's important that you get it. I know it's important that you get it. Because if you understand what Grandpa sees, it will help you believe and know what you're doing somewhat, so you don't panic, so you don't do silly stuff. I want you to do well. I do well. There's no reason to ever lose a trade. Not one. If you lose a trade, you bought where they're selling. And then, even then, you shouldn't lose a trade if you got patience. I mean, you do something dumb, have a little patience till it comes back to you. At least break even. And now I'm scolding you. Oh, man. Well, so how high are they going to take this thing? Yesterday I was talking 277. That was before I knew that the pause was baked in. So I ain't just positive on that yet. It's a question of what the market makers want to make on their 261.50s that they got long right now. And Grandpa just doesn't know for sure if they're going to go for $15 or if they're going to go for $17 or whatever, or if they're going to go for $10. But I do know on the bottom side, if you get an opportunity, you will get an opportunity. Now, don't front run this 260. Okay, it's different when you're up on the top side selling your shares. When you're buying, don't front run that 260, because in order for them to cover their 260s, they got to go through it by 10 cents. So just put it on 260, and they'll go 10, 15 cents or 30 cents past it down below, and then they'll turn back up. That's the other thing. You don't need to, because they have to go through it in order to match them up at the 260. They've already committed. They're already there at 260, and so don't front run that. I know a guy that's front running him a little bit by 50 cents or something, and I didn't tell him not to do it, but I am now. So he'll change it, because he listens to Grandpa's live stream. Man alive, am I making a long deal here? This is going for 30 minutes. That'll be fun to see if anybody listens to this. Okay, so underneath that 260 of substance, we have 239 to 243 area of substance. Huge substance. Are we going to go there? Absolutely. When? Grandpa's not sure. I just don't know. Are they going to take out 279 or 278 first and then go there? I don't know. I do know they're going to go to 260 first, and we're going to get a bounce. When you get that 260, take your $5 or whatever, or $7, and get out of Dodge. That's my opinion. And then we got 229, 230. Now that one isn't as big as the one above it. And then you got 225, and they bought there for 4 days straight. It's over a month old. I would think they'd get there within a month down there and clean it out. They did that 222. They dropped the price of Tesla $7 the other day. In 25 minutes, they bought, by buying at 222. They paused the selling on the top side, and they bought at 222 only. It was the only thing on my 10 screens that they were doing, and they did it for 25 minutes really fast. And so we got some at 222. Are they going to go get it? I'm not positive, but I think they are. I think they're going to be so close that when they do that 224.70 on the low end, they're so close. They're going to go there. They might do that 209.80 from over a month ago. Excuse me, Grandpa isn't very well. Okay, I'm going to get off here. This was Grandpa's pre-market news and education class. Okay, what do I do here? I got to get up here. God bless you, and I'll be back at 11 a.m. unless I do an alert. If I do an alert, get on it. Get on my alert. If Grandpa's alert, you better be alert too. Okay. God bless you. See you at 11 a.m. Bye-bye.